What's going on, people? Here with another video, another update for the remodel of Myths Story of Braxis. Okay, so I want you to understand that some of these are subjective to change these numbers, but they are very possible to make inside of this game due to the gameplay loop and how our economy is set up, and basically the fun of the game, just people just playing it because it's just fun. Okay, I tried to actually do a devlog, which I'm going to do. I just really had to figure out the best recording software, because the reason why is low frame rate and stuff like that is because of the recording software. When I actually record it on my screen, it moves smoothly, smooth as butter, which is why you see sometimes the game is smooth, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you see like low frame rates. So I'm trying to find the best recording software that can actually record my game while I'm testing it and showing you guys, and record the video at the same time. So let's get into it. Right now, I'm working on the marketplace to just basically give you an idea of how the marketplace on the outside of the game will work. This is something that you always want to pay attention to. These items are inside of the game, as you can see in the picture right here. These items are inside of the game. I'm just taking them outside of the game. I'm putting them inside of this right here. These things, every item here can be attained, and all of these items are NFTs. You cannot purchase these items as NFTs, but they're NFTs inside of the game, and this is how we are able to find out what is authentic inside of the game. When the creature, which we'll get into probably tomorrow, of creatures, the enemies and AIs inside of the game that you fight. So you just don't fight human beings on here. So basically, I just want to give you an idea. It does have a horror aspect on it, where at nighttime it basically kind of turns into a horror game because it'll be pitch black, and the creatures that you fight are SMP monsters. So so these are anomalies that entities and stuff like that, like ghost demons and stuff like that. So it's kind of turns into a horror game because these things run at you and stuff like that. It's not like a horror game, but it can be a little scary. I'm in the middle of working on that right now. That's what I'm trying to show you guys on the devlog. But right now I'm just looking for some good screen recording software that can handle both. Okay. But I want to say this. We're gonna go over these things right here. These are some of the items that's in the game, and like I was just saying, and I'm still working on the chart right now. You want to pay attention to these things. I will show you some of the resources that we have in the game. 1 second. So as you see, corn on the cob, tobacco, cloth, oranges, apple seeds, bean pods, cannabis flower, opioids, cow milk, fungus spore, fish, canned cocoa beans, fruit, flour, sugar, wheat, grains, peanuts, eggs, oil, potatoes, vinegar, lemon, fresh water, wood, stone, motherboards, power cables, graphic cards, laptops, broken guns, gunpowder, car parts. These are things right here. These resources is what we need to create these items on this side. And as you see, we've moved it to have enough because we're about to get ready for game testing. And right here, this resource sheet, anybody can see, but the people that can buy these things are only store owners, which we'll get into that too. We'll talk about the profit and how it's possible for you to make up the amount that I'm showing you guys. Okay. By the way, this is none of that fugazi bullshit right here. I'm just going to explain to you actually how it's possible, so you can understand when the game gets to this point, this is actually a thing. And if you actually play video games, for example, Escape from Tarkov, DayZ, there's other ones out there. You would see Grand Theft Auto. You will see it's possible to actually do this with a gameplay loop that we have as well. Okay, so as you can see, I didn't do this. I can easily just do this. This would be home-based goods right here, and then have enough. So don't mind this stuff right here. These are the items that we have inside of the game. Again, here's a shot right here to show these are in the game. So I just put all of them here, as I told you in yesterday's video. There will be hundreds. So just even a start, and we're not even in an alpha yet. So just to test the game, so I can see how multiplayer work with someone else or multiple people, we will start off with over about almost 200 items already. This is before we even in alpha. We have almost 200 items, which is crazy because you realize then you don't even see these items up here. You don't see these items up here. These items you don't even see down here. So that's the crazy thing. So that's how many items that's already listed inside the game. That's how much work I've been putting into it. All right, so as you can see, these are items right here that the store owners will purchase for their stores, and then they able to sell it to the players inside of the game for profit. So let's go to an example right here for you store owners and free-to-play players. You can grind and become a store owner. You don't actually have to have an NFT or anything like that. You can actually grind, save your money up inside of the game, and buy a store. I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so for one case of ammo, which one case comes with 40 ammo, so you can give 40 people a box of ammo. It's only $5. Okay, so $5 gets you 40 cases of ammo, basically, right? Okay, for a person that owns a grocery store, for $2, right? For $3, basically, pardon me, for $3, it gives you 40 cases of packed chicken to put inside of a grocery store, which means that 40 players can come and buy chicken from you, and you sell them for whatever you want. And if the player buy it at your store for that price, then you know that's basically what the market will go for it, because that will actually go into the system too, where people get to see where in the location of the game that they're selling things for. So you guys can actually base your prices off of what you see, and if it's too expensive, they can just go to a cheaper place on the map, because real estate will matter here. Cheaper place on the map and actually buy their equipment and food and stuff. Okay, so here is the businesses that we have. We have more businesses here. We have meat factories, farms, hidden drip, which is armor shops. Hidden arms is the armories, weapons, guns, and stuff like that. Swords. Hidden styles, which is hairstyles, barbershops. Hidden ink, which is tattoo shops. These aren't in the game yet, but they're up here. Gas stations, which is in the game. All the things appear in the game. Gas stations are very lucrative. Lumber factories, very lucrative. Mining stations, very lucrative. Restaurants, fast food restaurants, pharmacies, space station, banks, underground bases, corporation office, and car dealerships. There would be more in the future. You guys come up with ideas. So far, this is what I came up with, and this is what I put inside of the game, other than the tattoo and the hairstyles thing. But everything else is in the game coded. Okay, so Divine Avenue, Saint Parkway, Orion Drive, Zora Street, and Themes Way is some locations that's inside of the game that you will have the street, the thing, and the train that you can get on to that, which actually moves in real time. And actually, when it takes you to these areas, it will actually say what street you, or what parkway, or what avenue you're on, and stuff like that. And then here you'll see the type of businesses, so I can you can see the type of businesses. It's going to be here, so you see it here. This is how it's going to look on to website. This is just a prototype idea of what we're working on. So it'll be right here, and then it'll give you the estimate amounts and what servers and stuff like that these things are on. Okay. So meat factory, let me explain how the meat factory will work. So meat factories, you can kill wild animals. If you see wild animals out there, you can kill them, get raw meat and stuff like that, and then you can bring it back to us and to sell it. I will get into that chart. If you are a person that plays the game and you have a key to give you access to the market to sell to us directly, if you out there and you're killing wildlife and you loot their body and it has raw meat on it, then you can sell that. If you have a meat factory, you can actually mate your cows and stuff like that, and then send them to a grinder and stuff like that. So it's a whole different game mechanic on that side. I can't wait to show you that. A whole different game mechanic where you actually have to take care of your farm and stuff like that. And then the animals have children, and then you basically build a farm. It's really like an actual farm. Pardon me. You get the stuff from the farm. So you get the stuff from the farm. So you get the animal from the farm right here. So it's like an economy. You get the animals from the farm, or you own the farm too. You get the animals from the farm, turn the animals into meat, and then you sell it to us directly. And then that will give you, depending on how you're running your factory. So if you're spending most of your time on just your business, you can make up to $4 to $10 a day. on the factory. It's a little more than that. It just depends on how much you put into the game, not money wise, how much you are like how much time you are putting into the game. That's what I'm talking about. You know, like, are you going out there while the factory is running? Are you going out there and killing animals and stuff like that? And are you going on quests and doing things like that? Are you looking for meat and stuff like that and bringing it back to add to the meat that you're looking to sell to us as well? Are you doing that? So it's all about what you're doing. Hidden arms, and some of these, like the hidden arms, hidden drip, and gas station, these are about popularity, and this is why this is possible, right? This is why this isn't just fugazi, just random numbers and stuff like that. This is all about what's possible. So let's go to hidden arms. Hidden arms, if when the game, not if, 'cause I know this game will be very popular. When the game becomes super popular, say that we have a server like Grand Theft Auto has, which can go to 40 to 100 and some of the players. Ours, we're going to bank on 50 players inside of one server. So you got 50 players in one server. Let's just say that you sell a 9mm for $1. Okay, 9mm for $1, and you buy 40 9mm, right? For about, I think we were selling for $2. So for $2, you buy 40 9mm, and then you sell 9mm to the players for $1 each. Think about that. So just two people buying, or one person buying, or two people, whatever, however you see it, two people or one person buying a 9mm from your store, which you don't have to be there. Again, the NPCs do it. One person, or it all depends on how you sell your weapons or how you sell anything where. One person or two people buying 9mm, you already in profit, right? When it comes to you buying the equipment from us. So you're already in profit. So it can go from someone, if you have a busy, if your store is in prime real estate and people die, come back and buy guns from you, whatever the case may be. You have different types of weapons that other stores don't have, that can play a part inside of your store income. So there's a lot of different ways where it goes from just this right here. Again, these are just expectations and just estimates of, you know, what the possibilities of what can happen. But this definitely can be less than this, or it can be way more than this. Like, well, I think it could be way more than this, on just the type of things we're gonna be putting into the thing, to the game. And then you can just take the stuff that's inside of the market that can't be found in the game and put it in here, and people will want that and stuff like that. You know, let's say we crafting on the market, we start crafting FAMASes and scars and all that type of stuff like that, and these guns aren't actually in the game yet. So you as a store owner, you're able to buy the guns first, because that's what we'll do before we release the content out to the public. You start putting it inside with NPCs, start dropping them and stuff like that. We will actually give store owners the first dips on weapons and stuff like that, so they can sell them first, so people can come to you guys and you guys make a profit off of the new content that's being sold, versus you know, we just selling the DLC to everyone in the game. You guys actually make the money versus, you know, us just selling the DLC to the game, to the players. And so same thing with hidden drip, same thing, exact same thing. It's all about popularity of, like, if your store popular, this will go into you marketing it or hiring someone to market it. If you got different types of weapons, this is where the website that we're building right now, HMTV, is very important. So you guys are able, who own these type of stores, Hidden Arms, the Hidden Depot, all these type of things. So you guys are able to promote the type of stuff that you have in your store versus someone else. Okay. Another thing that we want to be doing with the community is allowing artists that creates 3D projects, like assets and stuff like that. For example, they create guns and whatever the case may be. We're allowing them to create their own brand. So, and then they make royalties. Number one, they make royalties, and every time that we buy off of the players, to get the resources to create the stuff, we will actually also buy, you know, like licensing to actually sell that person's basically NFT inside of our game. So that's the thing. We bring another income for artists to come into the game and actually have their art inside of the game, and they can actually build a brand. So somebody could be a Tesla inside of this game, stuff like that. So we wanted to bring these opportunities inside of this community and stuff like that. So if you're an artist, if you're a music artist and stuff like that, we want to put your music inside of the game. Introduce you to the world and stuff like that. If you make 3D assets when it comes to clothing and stuff like that, this will be a good place for you to sell and show your artwork here. Okay, so it's all about how you market your store. If your store is in a proper location, again, all that stuff is randomized. So when you get your business, it'd be random. So you might have it on Athena Way or Zora Street. You never know where your property will be at until you actually, when we get to that point, we're letting you guys open those things, the boxes, when the platform that we're using allows us to actually create those things. Okay, so Lumber Factory is very, 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 very lucrative because there's trees all over the place. They are the people that owns these things are the only people, unless they hire somebody, but these are the only people that are able to cut down trees and get wood, and you get a lot of wood when you cut down trees. So, and we buy wood for 50 cents right now. As of right now, we're buying wood for 50 cents per piece of wood. So, and there's a cap that you can sell to us a day, but it's a good amount of money inside of wood because we need wood to create a lot of things inside the game. And then you have the gas station. Again, everything needs fuel when it comes to cooking, when it comes to vehicles and stuff like that. So the gas station will be probably the most lucrative business inside of the game, that and restaurants and food and stuff like that. But you can sell gas for whatever. So if you're selling for 50 cents per full tank, or $1 per full tank, or 10 cents per full tank, it all depends on where you're at, on the location of your gas station and stuff like that. But just know that if we have a server full of 50 people, there are going to be a ton of people going to that gas station. Now going to the free-to-play players, where it was like, well, how can we make the money, or do we have to put money into the game to actually buy things? So, no, I believe in how we're going to set it up, where a free-to-play player will be able to make at least, I say about $7 to $15 a day inside of the game if they play in the game, sweating it out, being a sweat lord when it comes to the game. If you farm in the game, you'll be able to make $7 to $15 a day. If you doing quests, doing raids, getting items inside of the world, selling it to the store, selling it to other players, so you're able to make even more than $15 a day. Probably make $100 a day. Who knows? It's all about how you go about the items that you find and stuff like that. So there's a lot of variables. I can't really give you a full amount of how much you can make. Even like I said, these numbers right here can be less than this, or it can be way more than this. So it's all about the things. It's all about RNG, to be honest with you. Where people are at, stuff like that. So it's a lot of speculation when it comes to the market, but it also comes to popularity when it comes to the market as well. What's popular, what area is popular, and that's all up to you players. That's all up to the players. It's also up to me putting code in too, which I know certain areas I'm gonna make popular, certain areas I'm gonna put certain items and weapons and stuff at. I know certain places. I just would let you know that like if you're looking for certain types of guns or certain types of if you're looking for bandages and all that type of stuff like that, and you can't afford it at the moment, I recommend that you go to abandoned military camps, abandoned police stations, abandoned hospitals, and you'll find that stuff there. But yeah, then so we would stop the farming crisis, right? When I'm talking about like when people just sit there all day and wait for it to come back, because these things, like monsters and stuff, will spawn every 15 minutes. Now it's going to be realistic. Probably we fill it with a bunch of waves, and then every few hours they will respawn and stuff like that. So we definitely have a way to stop cheating, all different types of stuff, counterfeits. We got a way to combat that, and different things. So I just wanted to bring this aspect to you guys and show you what the price of that you can own these things, that you can buy this with hidden credits, because remember, our token is actually in-game currency. You can buy this with hidden credits, or you can buy this with real money. As you see, these are not that expensive to create passive income. So you don't have to have a key to actually own one of these things. So you don't have to have an NFT or anything. You can actually purchase this. So a free player can grind, save up their money, Like I said, if you can make $7 to $15 a day, you can end up buying a Hidden Arms in no time. So until all of the property is sold from us, these will be the prices. And once we don't own any more stores or anything like that anymore, then it's just all up to you guys. You know, then y'all sell it, whatever. So if Hidden Arms go up to about $3,000, then that's because that's the market doing that. So again, these are very scarce businesses, so they're not going to be a million of them. So y'all won't be able to always buy them and stuff like that for this price. But as of what we have them on the market, and these will be on the website where you guys are able to go and buy it. These is what the prices of right now, but these prices 9 times out of 10 will go up when we're out of them. So that's up to you guys. Free to play players, you're able to get it. Hopefully, people save people to the free to play players some of the properties, so you guys are able to purchase them at these prices. And let's be fair, you know, I can't stop that if these things sell out, but hopefully you guys are able to when the game come out, if you are waiting for the game to come out to play the game or to, you know, support the game, you're waiting to be a free player, hopefully, and you want to make money for free, hopefully the prices are the same. I can't promise you anything. And if you start seeing people complain about how expensive the houses and the businesses is, please send the people this video to show them this at this time on May 23rd, 2022. He talked about this. He showed what the original prices was, and these guys, you know, the game got popular, and now everyone bought the properties up, and now the properties are these right here. So we have a certain amount of servers with a certain amount of properties in them. You know, every server had the same amount of properties in them, but after the servers are out, dude, that's all the property. There you go. So all right, until we start creating more servers and add more property, and then it will go back to these prices, and those servers will go back to these prices again. People are able to go get these properties for a discount on these servers, and then boom, it'll go back to where it's at. But if you have any questions, you already know where I'm at. If you like the video, like the video. If you don't like it, subscribe. Show people the future of what we're trying to actually take the space of crypto when it comes to gaming. Actually turning gaming and business. I'm talking about like fun gaming and business, and turning it into one. So because you guys are already doing that when you're playing Escape with Tarkov. You know, me personally, like I say all the time, that when I play video games, and it's another thing when it comes to myself, when I play video games, I get bored of even my favorite games, because it's like I like to do things and get something out of it. Me personally, that's just me. I know there's a lot of people like that out there. So I wanted to actually create a game like that for you guys. One more thing I also want to talk about for the YouTubers, because I just want to say this: free to play players and anybody that's just waiting to see what's going on with this project, once the YouTubers grab a hold of us, it's over. Your investment chances, if you waiting on the sideline to wait to invest, once we get to YouTube, it's over. Me personally, I don't invest in anything I see YouTubers promote, but this is my message to YouTubers. And this is why I don't invest in anything you guys promote. When it comes to this project, when it's playable, which will be very soon, we'll be in alpha very soon. When it's playable, don't, and you know, you can do what you want, but just do me a favor as the developer of this game, as a person that moves complete with transparency. When you go make $100 a day in this game, in this NFT game, make $100 a day, and you do your little face thing that y'all do, which I can't stand, and make it look like you're so surprised, or 100 extra tokens, or whatever the case may be, all that bullshit y'all do. And I need you to understand one thing: when it comes to this project, it's really possible. So show them gameplay that you actually playing the game and it's actually fun and everything like that, and show them that you actually can make $100 a day inside of this game. Because this game will be streamable, like where people will come and watch you play it on the stream. And that's another thing for you developers who create these NFT space games. First of all, stop creating cash grabs. If you want to make a successful game, make sure the game can live on Twitch and YouTube streaming. If you cannot make one of those type of games, your game is going to die. It's over. So that's what I'm focusing on. Is this game going to attract people to sit down for hours and sit inside of a community of other people that have communities, not just ours, but other people. People build communities inside of our game, and this is the things I'm focusing on. So back to YouTubers. Before y'all do your little shock face and all that stuff like that, trust me, you'll be able to show people that these numbers is possible. So show people that these numbers is possible before you just shill the project. Don't shill the project and be dishonest about it. You know, show them that they actually can make this amount of money, because they will actually be able to make this amount of money. Show them the process of this stuff. And I'll be talking to a lot of YouTubers soon. And yeah, I'll be talking to you exactly about that. Number one, 2, transparency, and 3, of how we can get this game to the world and, you know, see what we can do with each other. All right. With that being said, if you know, if you want to know where you can find and talk to me about anything at Telegram, I'm not always in my Discord, but just mention me, I'll respond to you. With that being said, I'm out of here. Oh yeah, set from the future here. I really forgot this. I can't believe I forgot this. Right here, I want to talk about this right here. For my biggest supporters, I want to give a gift or a thank you, because I spent a lot of my own damn money into this thing. I don't want to go into VCs and stuff like that, because then they just take the game from me. What I mean by that, they would take the creativity. They're just focusing on money. My focus is to give the money back to the community, not to give it to greedy, wealthy people that's already wealthy and just want the money. They don't care if the game sucks or not. So I want to give this gift to my biggest supporters, which would be 3 people that's going to actually play the game. Give it to my other investor. He don't give a shit, but I know for a fact I'm gonna give it to him anyway. But I'm gonna give it to my 3 biggest supporters inside of the game, which is Grant, Javier, and Trevor. So I'm gonna give you guys a golden bird, okay? And the golden bird is right here. So you guys will have to, you know, unfortunately, go to the military base and go pick this thing up. And you have to fuel it there too. So the fuel, and you can actually own the military base as well too. And so fuel to tanks, to people that own tanks, planes, spaceships, and stuff like that. So you will, when you log into your game, you will see that you guys will have a big ass box, a gift box, at the military base, and you will be able to come in and get your golden bird. This is what it looks like. Just want you to know that everybody else helicopter will not be this color. So you guys will only be the people that get this golden bird. And if we ever get any other bigger supporters, I will have a different gift for you guys, but you guys will be the only people. You, Grant, and Javier will be the only people in this period that will have a golden bird. I'm never doing this ever again after this. So there will not be another golden bird giveaway. There's not gonna be no drop of this ever. So you guys will have the only 3 golden birds in the game. All right, so thank you for supporting and helping me out, so I don't have to be spending my damn money in this. This is very, very expensive. It's been very, very expensive for me, and just self-funding it. And I'm going to eventually, you know, I've been talking to some of these people, and you know, they just want the money. They don't care about what the game is going to be. So I said, forget it. So eventually, if we get somebody that want to fund the game, but they just want the game to be good, and, you know, just give me time to actually create the game, but they want the game to be good, then yeah, I would definitely, I'm looking for partnerships into that type of stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, I would rather give the money to the community. These are the guys that believe in me. Not just these guys, there would be more people, but right now, these are the guys that's believing in me the most. They funding the project the most. So I wanted to get this gift to you guys. All right. Again, like the video, like it, dislike it, whatever case may be. I'm out.